Hello everyone and welcome back to another DrAce video. Today we're going to be here in Aragon for round 13 of our Moto2 Championship Career Mode, whatever the hell is we're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, we're starting from the back of the grid on the hardest difficulty in the game. So here we go then from the back of the grid. We will wait out those red lights and let's see how we start in the circuit of Teruel. Not the best of starts, a little bit sluggish. But my main concern is going into turn 1 here. This is a very, very tight corner. Gonna try and squeeze through round the outsiders onto Van der Gorberg and squeeze through where riders are stopping. We're up to the top 10 already. Well, that's a cracking start. That's exactly what I was hoping for when I started this video here today. Back up at the inside now of another rider. We're up to 7th in 2-3 corners. Ooh, that was a bit aggressive. I don't think Celestino's going to appreciate that move. In fact, we might actually get a warning there. We might get a slap on the wrist from the MotoGP stewards. Maybe. We'll see when it comes up anyway, so just assume that's one of the track limit warnings I'll get in this video here today. So, top 6 already then. Oh my god. I should not have gone for that. That should not have worked. I thought last second decision to launch it up on the inside of Sergio Garcia. It's worked, and we're already up now to the top 5. Well, I'll be completely honest with you guys. I did a very small amount of practice a moment ago because I felt a little bit rusty from playing Superbike 22, and I honestly expected these guys to be thrashing me. I really did. Perhaps they will get like that towards the middle part of the video, but for now, look at this lunge up on the inside of Manuel Gonzalez. Oh, he's fought back. Okay, fair play to the number 18. Well, that was going to look like a really clean overtake, that, so that's a shame that's not actually come to fruition. As we now get onto the power, let's see if we can get round the outside of Fermin Aldeguer. I do really like this circuit of Aragon. It just doesn't like me. We don't gel all that well together. Of course, last time I came here as Manuel goes up on the inside. Not quite able to make it stick though, was he? Thank goodness. But the last time I came here, it was in Moto 3. So I'm going to go late on the brakes here. Is that going to work around the outside? No, it's probably going to not get it stopped him up. Has he got the... Are you kidding? Wow, I didn't think I'd be able to go around the outside there. Okay. So thanks, Fermin. I'm up to 2nd. This might be easier than I thought. But the last time I came here, we suffered a bit of heartbreak, as a matter of fact. I was pushing for a top spot. And unfortunately, as the red flags were coming out, I exceeded track limits and earned myself a track limit warning, which put me over the limit and therefore gave me a long lap penalty, which was impossible for me to achieve. But the annoying thing about that was that that lap did not register in history because the results came from the lap before. So unfortunately, I was slapped with a penalty on a lap that didn't exist anymore. So yeah, that was a bit of a bummer. It was a bit crap that to have it that way. But it is what it is. And now we're trying to make amends for the disappointment of last season in Moto 3. Now, I do, as I mentioned, like the circuit, and I do feel really confident in certain points. It's just... I usually feel good for turn 12, but I played this on Superbike 22 a few days ago, and the brake difference is quite significant, and that has cost me time. I was closing in quite nicely there on Tony Arbolino, but messed it up. By the way, great to see Tony Arbolino at the front. Of course, with the MSI MTI team from Red Bull Ring, was he in? Yeah, he crashed in the Red Bull Ring, didn't he? In fact, both of them did. So they had a shocker. This is looking much more like Tony Arbolino of old. Oh my god, I'm off the circuit again. Can we just keep it together? I know he's fast, but bloody hell, I'm making a lot of mistakes in this video here today. Across the line. Fastest man on circuit, Tony. I was 2 tenths behind. That's not bad with things considering that I did muck up many of those last couple of corners. But onto the right hand side, I must confess I do feel really good around the first sector. Around the middle bit before the chicane, turn 7, turn 8, I do get a little bit nervous and begin to question certain points of the track. Good to see the fans are in attendance, aren't there? There's plenty watching the action unfolding here. Thumbs up from me. As we now go onto the brakes and turn in to the right-hander of turn 7. We are still within range, and we're still within catching distance of Tiger Tony. Arbolino ahead by a second, and in turn, my championship rival, the antagonist in our career mode, Fermin Aldeguer, in 3rd place. So Tony Arbolino then leading the way. Now here, this is going to be a big point now. I'm going to brake nice and early. Let's not make the same mistake twice. Beautiful. That worked out really well. Look at the difference in time. Look at the difference in the delta. I can't see it too much, but yeah, there it is. Ho, ho, ho. Half a second, we're going to find even more time as we go into the penultimate corner. Ben Schneider's been given a track limit warning. As we now go on the... Oh, that's my first... Yeah. Can't get onto the green there, I'm afraid. That is an instant slap on the wrist. Quick look behind us then. Fermin Aldeguer is miles off. So, here we go then. We'll continue to try and catch up to the man from Milan. 0.8 of a second is the difference. Yeah, this is going to be a cracking lap. What lap time will he set, though? He only improved by 1/10. Oh, yes. Yes, this is brewing up nicely. Bit wide for turn 1. Tony also went for the similar sort of line going into turn 1. But now for 2 and then for the checker corner. He run it really deep. It looks like he's going to exceed track limits there. He didn't. It didn't come up on the screen. And of course it's not come up with the triangle on the left hand side. Manuel got... Way! Whoa! Steady. I tried to do too much at once then. Fermin Aldeguer has dropped from 3rd to 5th. And he's also just been given a track limit warning. So we've pulled about... a couple of points there. I'm on 20 points. He's on 13. No, 10. So we've got a good 15 points on him here. Something like that. So it's pretty good stuff for us right now. I'm trying to figure out how we can catch up to Tony. You know what? I think it's coming. I think we will arrive in 1st place in probably a couple more laps. Not close enough yet. I might try and take a bit of time from him away on the brakes. But that left-hand side of the soft option rear is looking a little bit worse for wear. I did go for the soft rear because I felt that they would be really strong and I would have to charge through my way through the pack to try and catch them up. But we had a cracking start. And already into turn 14, following the number 14, we are within striking distance. Oh, look at that drive, though. 1/10 of a second in the back pocket compared to the Delta. 1/10 and a little bit. Oh, 1/10 and a half almost. Yes. Yes. We're catching Tony. We're coming for the Milanese rider. Come on. It's going to be another cracking lap. Here we go then. On the power. Slipstream enabled across the line at 50.2. Sergio Garcia into the podium positions. That's probably the first time this season, actually. Good job for Sergio. Here we go, though. Change of direction into 2. It's just a matter of time before we dispossess the Italian. Oh, it's happening. It's definitely happening. Might go for it in the same spot we got Celestino early on in the video. Oh, no, I'm on the wrong side. I'm on the wrong side. I'll never get through there. That was close. Oh, God. My throat now as well. Wow, what happened then? Steady. Let's not panic here. I find it so difficult to overtake in one of those, like, traditional overtaking spots here in Aragon. My possible best... Oh, he's so slow in there. Come on, son. Taking the mick there, mate. I think he's just trying to impede my progress now at this point. My only real overtaking opportunity is turn 12 then. I didn't feel confident enough to launch anywhere else there. Possibly a bit into the chicane. But here we go then, onto the brakes. I'm going to have to go the long way around though. Oh, it's never going to stop. No. Alright, got to do it all again then. Fair play to Tony though. I usually can make that stick. Just not doing it yet. I must confess that this is not my usual riding style. I feel loose. I'm quite usually locked in, but I'm struggling here a little bit. I would put it down to playing Superbike 22. Playing Tyron's fantastic mod. It's a fantastic mod, it really is, to play with the 2024 World Superbike Riders. Of course, the career mode starts very soon. I think once we determine what bike we're going to choose, there is a poll on my channel for you to vote upon. Let me know what you want to see. Oh, wow. We got away with the track limit warning there quite a lot. Here we go then, left Dine easy boot just hanging off the Calex. Yeah, we're coming back at him though, so it's not a problem that we made that small error. We just got to ensure we continue this pace. keep within the 150s, and there's no reason we can't catch up to Tony. A tenth of a second lost on the delta. That's a bit wide. Thank God the curbs are a bit more friendly in this game. It would have been tough to lean into that left-hand side on Superbike 22. It probably would have resulted in an instant crash, which is never good. Barry Baltus track limit warning for the Belgian. Is he Belgian? I think he is. Yeah, I think that's right, isn't it? I do feel so. Might be wrong, but I feel that's right. I've got kind of gone. I'm completely 6s and 7s today. I'm making all sorts of mistakes. 4 tenths, 5 tenths is the gap. I don't know what it is, but even though I'm going quicker, I feel like I'm not able to catch him up as quick as I was. Has Tony got something up his sleeve? This is going to be a very methodical, fast-paced chess match, I feel. On to the right-hander then. I really need to move my phone. I've got my phone next to me here, and it's flashing up with notifications, and it's kind of annoying me. Now's the place to do it because I want to straight. We'll put that behind me. There you go. Thank goodness I could just hold the right trigger and just accelerate down the straight. I was getting a notification about Duran Duran, out of all things. I mean, I'm a big... I like Duran Duran, but that's a bizarre thing to pop up on my phone right now. And we don't want anything to come undone, do we? So let's continue to push and catch up to Tiger Tony. And shout out in the comments section if you enjoy Duran Duran. Let me know. Let me know what your favourite Duran Duran song is, and we can discuss Simon Le Bon in the comments section down below. But anyway, on to turn 2. Really taking the proverbial with those curbs, aren't we? Just pushing on the limit. And again. God, the curbs are more friendly in this game, thank goodness. Celestino Vietti has been given a warning. He's down in 7th. Ahead of him is Alonso Lopez. Oh, we're wide again. God, it's tough to catch up to Tony here. He's not taking any prisoners here. He is not letting me catch him up. We were right there with him, but I just... What lap times is he doing? He's got to be doing mid-50s. Because I can't catch up to him like I did earlier. And my soft rear tyre is beginning to feel the effects already. We are just approaching. In fact, we're not even at half race distance because we're on 15 laps, not 14. Speaking of 50%, 50% race distance online is apparently bugged. We were going to do 50% races for our online championships for the Ace Academy, and unfortunately, it's completely broken in the Red Bull Ring of Austria. Your fuel will run out regardless of what you do on a 50% race online in the Red Bull Ring of Austria. So, yeah, bit of a shame that, because we were looking forward to the 50% races for the Ace Academy Championship. Of course, those videos will start on Monday, whatever Monday will be next week. Is it the 28th, 29th, something like that? 29th, I think it is. Yeah, let's just say 29th. If I'm wrong, I can always correct myself in a video in the future. But yeah, our Ace Academy Championships will begin very soon. So I hope you'll join me in a live stream for those. I have upgraded and updated all of my overlays for the stream. I changed the font of a few things, and of course added rider pictures to the streams as well. Got to test all that out before we do it on Monday. So into the left-hander then. Steady. Did I touch? No, I got away with that. Then I thought I touched the green again. Celestino Vietti is no longer in the top 8. Something is going wrong for the man on board the Italtrans Kalex. Nice tight apex there for the right-hander of 7. And now onto the brakes here for the lovely chicane of turn 8. Ooh, I remember when I first bought my MotoGP subscription back in 2011, I think it was, maybe 12. And it was one of the races I remember watching was Aragon. Might have been Lorenzo winning that one, maybe 2011, 2012. Might have been Casey Stone if it was 2011. Can't really remember. But yeah, I particularly remember, I think Jonathan Ray had jumped on, so whatever year that was. I remember subscribing to MotoGP Pass around about then. I have done ever since. I frequently get messages saying how long I've been a member of MotoGP subscription package, and I've just absolutely accelerated like an idiot out of the chicane there, or the very tight hairpin. and I've completely lost all my drive and momentum to catching up to Tony. And now we're wide again into turn 16. I might concede. I am on the limit here trying to catch up to Tony, and he is not putting a foot wrong. And I don't feel that he is quicker than me. I feel it's just that I am beginning to struggle with these tyres. The Pirelli rubber on the rear, especially on that left-hand side, is really showing its wear. Trying to make warning for the second time this race. Gap is less than a second again, so maybe we don't call it quits yet. I don't want to call it quits, you know me. Not when we got a 75-point championship lead. Shouldn't really be thinking about taking our throttle off. Nice and tight to turn 7 though, beautifully done. As we bring on the power, we are... It's hard to say actually this. I feel like I'm closing in. Bit deep there for the chicane, tight to the apex again. Gap is 6.5 tenths. We've got to make sure we don't mess up into turn 12. Out of the Marc Marquez corner, we do lose a bit of time because that's on the left-hand side for quite a while. Bit messy that up on the rumble strips, but you know what? I think it's bringing us back into range. Got to get this right though now into 15. 14 done. 15 approaching. Not bad. I've got to get that slipstream though. I've took away 0.3 of a second away from in this lap. We mustn't push too much here. We can still take our time. We don't need to rush this. Tight to the apex. Beautifully done to 16. That's probably the best I've done it all race. Ah, the left-hand side though. Look at it. It's just slipping. Come on, we've got him. We can catch him. Full concentration mode now, guys and girls. I'm really taking this one serious. Sergio Garcia's dropped to... Yeah, he's got a track limit warning, but he's back up into the top 3. So orange is the colour of the day, it seems. My orange is better than their orange. They've got a clementine. We've got a tangerine. Oh. Come on. Let's get it done. 7 tenths. We're behind the number 14. Oh, sorry. I thought I dropped the front. Christ almighty, my heart was in my mouth then. I've got a nervous laugh. I'm getting nervous. I am on the limit here. I can't continue on that left-hand side. Now we go to the Marquez corner. Look at it. It's just burning up. I can't believe it, but I think I'm going to have to concede here. I feel I'm on too much on the edge now to stay with Tony. 8 tenths of a second we lost on this lap. I know I made that small mistake into turn 7, but I didn't feel I would have lost that much time. Yeah, it's done. It's done. I can't. Damn it. Fair play, Tony. Fair play. He's bettered me there. He has beaten me today. I'm probably going to have to put it down to say the soft option rear tyre was not the option to go for today. I mean, we did start from the last place in the grid, so potentially the soft option tyre got us here into the first place, but to take us over that next point was too difficult. I can't believe I had 1 or 2 pops at Tony, and that was it. This is the best I've seen from Tony Arbolino, from in-game and in real life all season. 2024 has not been Tony Arbolino's year, and neither has MotoGP 24 till now. Tony, take a bow. It's a brilliant race, that. And as a fan of Tony Arbolino, I'm not too mad. I'm going to still take points away from Aldiguer, and we're still 75 points. You know, I even contemplated possibly skipping some rounds just so the championship would be closer. And I have the privilege of having up to 3 races to skip now, which I'm not going to, unless you really wanted me to. But it's amazing that if we do that, maybe it could be way more competitive. But I don't want to skip out on some races. I think it would be a shame to just... No! You're kidding. No way. Oh, I can't believe that. I can't believe it. Tony Arbolino just binned it. That happens extremely rarely, where the rider in front that's beginning to dominate just disappears. Well, I never seen that coming. Update, future DrAce, when editing this video, put on the replay of Tony Arbolino crashing. What the hell had just happened then? I can't believe that. I was just singing his praises as well. The lap before, I just made that big mistake and went off the circuit. And now I'm making another one. I'm track limit warning again. I can't believe that. I'm gobsmacked. We have been given a gift. And it's completely wrapped. That's unbelievable. Tony, my birthday's not till next Friday, mate. That's crazy. I can't believe that. I'm shocked. I'm absolutely stunned. Well, update, ladies and gentlemen. Tony Arbolino's just binned it of the Marc Marquez corner. Must have been the left-hand side of his tyre as well. Now, for us, it's the rear for us. So possibly he's lost the rear, but I don't think the AI loses the rear, do they? I think they tend to just either brake too hard. What? Manuel Gonzalez is gone. I think there's something wrong. I think we're all suffering with the tyres here. Now, compared to the likes of MotoGP, you can get away with using the soft options like the entire race. You can still put in cracking lap times. But right now, it's a struggle to keep on the track here. I'm losing a second on this lap. Hey, Tony's back on the podium. What? He went down so heavily into the Marquez corner. He was miles off. That's unbelievable. I can't believe this. That's a huge shock. That is a surprise and a half. That's a surprise on top of a surprise. That's unbelievable. That's absolutely bonkers. Well, I think we're going to win this one then. I said I'd concede. You know what? Now I think about it, maybe conceding was the best decision we made. We accepted that there's nothing we can do about Tony. The only man who can beat Tony is Tony himself, and Tony beat Tony. So thanks, Tony. Cheers for that, Tony. You really set the tone for this race, Tony. That's a lot of Tonys in one sentence. Yes! It is going to be another victory. Is it back to back? I think it will be, won't it? Certainly will. That is typical. I remember 2018, possibly 2019, Marc Marquez doing what Marquez does best, dominating the championship. He was brilliant. And I remember Maverick Vinales was leading in Phillip Island and Marquez was in pursuit. And I was really hoping, nothing against Marc Marquez, but I was really hoping that Maverick would win the race in Phillip Island. And I remember him charging and being pressured by Marquez for so long. It looked like Marquez was basically like toying with him. Marquez toyed with a lot of riders in that championship campaign. He messed around with Fabio Quartararo quite a lot, giving him that chance of winning, and then just battered him on the final lap. Reminded me of Rossi in the sense where he would try and keep the races close until he decided to then pull the trigger. Now, I remember watching that race and thinking, I just want to see someone else win. So it'd be great to see Maverick Vinales win. And when Maverick then crashed over Lukey Heights, I remember being so disappointed and deflated that I didn't enjoy that race. And as I say, it's nothing to do with Marquez. It was just the fact that it was going to be someone different for a change winning, and it was going to be brilliant that Maverick was going to take him to the final couple of corners, and it was going to be really good. And then, yeah, unfortunately, high-sided over Lukey Heights, and that was it. And it's just reminded me of this one here today. That, obviously, you're a fan of me because you're watching this content. I appreciate that. But there's probably people in the virtual world who are pleased to see me not win. And you know what? I was actually kind of happy to finish second for once, because it felt like Tony Arbolino deserved it. He was much better than I ever was in this race here today. So I'm actually a little bit deflated as well, to be honest. I'm going to win, but it's a shame for Tony. And I've got that same feeling of what I had when Maverick crashed in Lukey Heights. We could have had so much more. And we should have had so much more in this video. It's just a shame that Tony binned it and I couldn't keep it together to catch him. So apologies for that, but I can't apologise for Tony. That's his fault. He dropped the bike somewhere into the Marquez corner. I don't know if he touched the apex. I know that's a bit of a nasty one. Touch the apex there and it is usually Goodnight Vienna. Fun fact, by the way, I didn't realise how much I said Goodnight Vienna until someone mentioned it to me a while ago. And I was watching an old video of mine, and at the top of my head I can't remember what it was. I was just flicking through my videos whilst I was rendering, because rendering takes forever. And I remember watching a video and there was a terrible mic quality. It was hard to watch and hard to listen to. Oh, for goodness sake, Jake Dixon's crashed out as well. This is going pants. But anyway, I'll get to the point of that. What I was trying to say is the fact that I said Goodnight Vienna back then, when I was just testing out YouTube for the very first time, like 8 years ago, 7 years ago, something like that. And I said Goodnight Vienna in that. So that's not something that's been conjured up in videos over the past few years since I've started doing it daily. That's something I've always said, apparently. So I'll take that to probably forever. I actually got that saying from Rising Damp, my favourite comedy show, if you want to know a bit more about me. That's, yeah, it was a very old 70s comedy sitcom. And, yeah, it was about a landlord called Rigsby. Leonard Rossiter, his name was. And, yeah, he used to say Goodnight Vienna regarding the cat called Vienna. It was only happened once or twice, but, yeah, it always stuck with me anyway. So, yeah, that's basically it for that. I think a lot of my phrases and catchphrases and words and stuff come from watching old television programs from way back when. Now, I'm not actually that old to watch those at the time. I watched it after many, many years after. Rising Damp, I think Leonard Rossiter and both Richard Beckinsale passed away before I was even born. So, yeah, I tend to watch a lot of old programs more than new ones. Find them much better than modern day television. But anyway, I digress for now, because we're on the final lap and our gap is coming down a bit, actually. Sergio Garcia is now within 3.5 seconds. So, let's take our time and let's finish on a high. But the difference these left-hand corners feel now with that tyre is night and day, and there's nothing positive about it. They feel horrendous. Look at those terrible lap times as well. Apologies if that's your best lap time. I mean, for me, that's not good lap times for me. Compared to what I was doing earlier, 150s, almost 149s. That's crap. 3 seconds off our pace. That's how weak the tyres have become now here in Aragon. The Grand Prix of Teruel will be remembered for only one thing, and that unfortunately is Tony Arbolino binning it into the Marquez corner. And big shout out to Sergio23 for making that helmet. I absolutely adore that helmet design. He's so good at what he does, so big thanks to the Belgian ace. For goodness me, we're really wide here. Oh my god, the bike! No! Oh! Let's just end this. Let's get this done. Get me across the line before I crash. Jesus. What a messy video. Well, we won. Achievement unlocked. Thank you, Aragon, and thank you, Tony Arbolino. Be sure to pay respects. But yeah, that's confirmation in screen. Look how quick Tony Arbolino's lap times were. He was the only other rider, including myself, within the... never mind. Ethan Guevara was also in the 150s. But yeah, pretty good stuff from Tony Arbolino nonetheless. So that's your results. Let's take a look at the championship standings. And as you see, we are now 80 points clear from Aldeguer and 101 clear from the Italian Celestino Vietti. So I think we're winning this championship. Just an inkling, but I definitely feel that's the case. So guys, I'll leave you now with the Constructors Teams Championship, whatever it's called. We've actually improved. We've got 5 more points. Brilliant. Like and subscribe, guys. See you tomorrow for more videos. Ciao for now. Oh, hi. Didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.